Welcome back everybody to the latest Freakin' 2 food review. Now if you've ever wanted to see a video that has Captain Crunch, Selena Gomez, dill pickles, and ramen, you found the right video. That's because in today's video we've got my boy Captain Crunch going down the creamsicle path, Oreos that taste like Selena Gomez, and some dill pickle ramen. Let's get started with the one that I'm most interested in. Orange Creampop Crunch. Now if I'm not mistaken, this may have been out several years ago. I never heard of it then. I missed it the first time around, but we're trying it now. If it didn't come around before, then just forget what I just said. Now when I was a kid, man, Captain Crunch Crunch Berries, not so much the regular, but the Crunch Berries was on my Mount Rushmore favorite cereals. This one I've never tried. They didn't have all these other flavors back then. That's how old I am. But as you can see from the packaging, you have the Captain holding a creamsicle and he's got a bowl of cereal there. So there really isn't much to say about this. It's supposed to be Crunch Berries. It tastes like creamsicle. So let's give it a shot and see what happens. Now, I'm also gonna compare to the regular, the OG. So this is gonna be kind of a versus right here. And I've got some creamsicles waiting in the wings. And we're gonna try a little bit of extra with that too. But first up, let's give it a shot. Let me see, just take a whiff here. Has that like artificial creamsicle smell to it. I like how in the creamsicle packaging, he's got sunglasses and a short sleeve shirt on. He's ready for summer. The Captain is ready for summer. I'm gonna pour some of the creamsicle out and take a closer look here. Comparing the color, creamsicle and regular, there is a difference. There is a difference in color. Let me just take a bite of the creamsicle here now. Does it taste like creamsicle? Let's find out. Let me compare the regular here. I'm a little bit on the fence right now. I gotta say, there might be a creamsicle flavor in there, but it's in the back room, the door closed. It's way back there. There's something going on there, but it's pretty faint. It's not a prominent, like, you're not getting smacked in the face with these creamsicles. It's like you get a whiff of them in the next room. And this box doesn't want to stand up. It keeps falling over. Come on, box. The creamsicle box is not standing up. Is it the weight of all that extra flavor? I don't think so. It's kind of there. It's faint. I'm a little bit surprised. It's so faint. Let's move up to the next level now. Let me fill these bowls up here. I got a couple ideas here. And this box is gonna be the bane of my existence. It keeps falling over. First things first, let's add some milk and eat this like regular cereal and see what kind of difference there is there. I've got the Creampop Crunch here and the regular right here. Let's see what we got. Now for the regular. I feel like the milk almost brings out the creamsicle flavor a little bit. Either that or it's just messing with my head and I'm just believing that. Let's now try the Creampop Crunch with an actual creamsicle. Perhaps not surprisingly, they pair well together. Let's try the regular Captain Crunch with a creamsicle. The two creamsicles actually pair better, and then the actual creamsicle brings out the flavor. So they synergistically work together. Let me see how these two compare in flavor to this cereal by itself. Now the cereal. The cereal is not quite the same flavor as an actual creamsicle. It kind of hints at it, but it ain't quite the same. I got one more thing I want to try now. I'm going to try putting some regular Captain Crunch in a bowl here. I have a melted creamsicle. This is a melted creamsicle right here. Let's pour that on the Captain Crunch. Let's add just a little bit of milk for some texture. Let's mix that up now. Would this be the same thing? We shall see. Maybe it'll be better. Let's compare an actual creamsicle mixed in with the Captain Crunch with the cereal now. That's way more prominent creamsicle. Let's go back and forth here. Creampop Crunch. Pretty mild. The DIY version now. No disrespect to the good Captain, but mine's better. Mine is what you think, when you think about Captain Crunch creamsicle, that's what you think about. This is kind of mild. This is kind of mid, as they say these days. The one I made with an actual creamsicle mixed in there, that's what you want. If it was me, I'd buy a box of creamsicles and some regular Captain Crunch and do it myself. So I would say, nice try, but you can do better on your own. Not long ago, I tried out the Post Malone Oreos, which I thought were very good. Let's try the next celebrity collab, the Selena Gomez Oreos. I kind of like the packaging with the headphones and the Oreos. That's pretty genius, I have to admit. Selena's chocolate and cinnamon cream cookies. They say the outer cookie has chocolate cinnamon flavored cookie. Inside we have chocolate and cinnamon flavored cream. And the next layer says a sweetened condensed milk flavor cream with cinnamon sugar inclusions. Now I don't see horchata on the packaging, but they said it on the press release, so who knows? That's what it's supposed to taste like. That's what I'm going to be comparing it to. In fact, I happen to have a glass right here. So my thought is I'm going to try this by itself, and then I'm going to pair a regular Oreo with the real thing and see what that tastes like. Should be easy to test out. Let's go. Well, there's definitely a good smell that's coming out of there. That bodes well. We have several designs, all of them look quite nice. Like I said, as with the Post Malone, when I opened that Post Malone, man, the whole room filled with that smell. And this is kind of the same thing, which is not a bad thing. It smells quite good. So let's take a quick look at the cookie itself. Let's open this up here. So one side has the cinnamon cream, and then we have another layer of the sweetened condensed milk layer inside there. There is certainly a cinnamon scent to it. Let's give it a taste. Here we go. I definitely get cinnamon. I don't know if I get horchata or not, but definitely cinnamon. Let's compare to the real thing here. I think they kind of captured it. Their flavor might be a little more bold than what you get in a glass of horchata, but it's pretty close. Let me try these back and forth. Well, that's pretty close. I think that's pretty close. I was expecting just kind of a generic cinnamon flavor, but they have some of the nuances there too. So I think they did a pretty good job with it. Let's try dipping this in there as well. Let's try dipping one. Dipping Selena in the horchata, so to speak. Those pair well together too. But let's try something else here now. Let's say what's gonna happen when this goes away, because it will, like the Post Malone did, and I missed those. Can we recreate that? Let's see. Some regular Oreos here. First I'm gonna take a bite and then a sip, and then I'm gonna dunk it. I'm gonna try both ways. Bite of an Oreo, sip of horchata. That's pretty close. That's almost the same. That's pretty close. Let's try dunking a regular Oreo in there. Let it soak for a second there. We're back to Selena. No, that's close. All right, so it's all good news across the board as far as I'm concerned. I think that the Selena Oreos do capture the flavor of an Oreo with horchata. They did a great job. The other good news is that if you really miss this flavor when it's gone, because I think some people are gonna like it, you can do this pairing and get pretty close. So I guess the question now is, would I rather taste Selena or Post Malone? Let me rephrase that. The question is, would I rather taste Selena Oreos or Post Malone Oreos? And I would say I'm still going to give the edge to Post Malone, but I think Selena's Oreos are a good close second choice. I kind of had low expectations, and I think they did a pretty good job with this one. Let's wrap things up. We've got the Cup Noodles Dill Pickle. Take a look at the packaging here. It says dill pickle with other natural flavors, ramen noodles and sauce. Not much to it. Not much to it. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can kind of recreate this a little bit with existing items, because this is a limited time. And you know, these limited edition things, sometimes they're pretty good and you wanna make them yourself. And usually you can if you're creative enough. So first I'm gonna try it, and then I'm gonna try to recreate it. All right, take a look inside. There we go. There we go. Let's take a sniff. Oh, it smells like pickle. It smells like pickle. The smell bodes well. So I'm gonna prepare this off camera. I'm gonna come back and give it a taste, and then see if I can either recreate it to make it as good or better. So back in a few minutes and we'll give that a shot. All right, I have prepared this according to the instructions. 4 minutes in the microwave and let it sit for a couple minutes already. I gotta say, just to keep it real, they don't smell very good. When it was in the microwave, I'm like, that doesn't smell very good. That does not bode well for the taste. Maybe the taste will surprise me, we shall see. It's a very strong dill smell though. Here we go, that's what we got. That's what we got, let's take a bite. It's like a bitter aftertaste. It's a bitter aftertaste. There's a kind of a sour citrus flavor to it. It's almost like eating an orange rind. Very interesting. There's dill pickle in there. There's a lot of dill, some pickle, and a lot of it's kind of other things as well. I don't know. There's a bitterness to it. That's why would you make a bitter pickle? Does that look appetizing to you? What do you guys think? I don't know. I'll keep eating some of this here. I'm gonna stick to my original assessment. It's like a lot of dill, some pickle, and like the bitterness of an orange rind, which doesn't make sense. I mean, it's kind of cool to try out. I don't know if I'd want to keep trying it though. But let me see if I can make some actual dill pickle flavored ramen myself that might even be better than this, and probably without the bitterness. So I'll come back in a minute with my version of the dill pickle ramen. This is gonna be my version 1.0 of the freaking 2 dill pickle ramen. First up, I have some unflavored ramen here that I have strained and added just a little bit of water to. We're going to the source here, man. We got some actual pickle juice here. So you can see I've actually added legit pickle juice here. This is actual pickle juice with a little bit of water. You can see the coloring. You can see that color there. Let's just try this version right here, and then I'm gonna take it up another notch after I give this a shot. F2 pickle ramen, take 1. Let me go back and forth here. This is so heavy in dill. Mine is certainly more authentic. I feel like mine's missing something as well, so let's remedy that. You know, when I pull out the Ninja Express chop, we're going to the next level. That's right, and we are. We are going to the next level here. We're gonna put a few pickles in here, which is a little bit of pickle juice too. Now to make our secret sauce. Oh yeah. Now come on now that is what I would call dill pickle ramen. That is the real thing right there. You can't argue with it. How could you argue with it? You actually have dill pickles and pickle juice in there. Cup noodles, you gotta level up. Let's see what we got here. Representing the DIY experience. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. This is exactly what you want this to taste like. This is like almost there. It's like kind of, it's not quite there. This is what you want. This is what you're hoping to taste when you buy this. Oh, mine's good. Mine is good. Just out of curiosity, if I grab one of these Selena cookies here, a little bit of Captain Crunch, I'll do some of theirs since this is the featured item here. Let's do some of theirs. There we go. Captain Crunch, Selena, and dill pickle ramen down the hatch. Ugh, that was terrible. The texture was awful. I don't recommend doing that at all. That was not memorable, not pleasant. But what have we learned on everything here? And as far as I can tell, Captain Crunch is not bad, but you can do a better job if you make them yourself. The Selena Oreos are actually a pretty good representation of Oreos plus horchata. And the dill pickle cup noodles ramen, nice try, but once again, you can do better yourself. But that's all I've got. If you tried any of these items, tell me what you think in the comments below. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.